Hi all, welcome back to Subtech Online. It's me again, Sabit Christopher, taking through the searchable drop downs. Searchable drop downs, what do we mean? So you may have a drop down where you have to select a list or a long list of items you already have, which means if I'm looking for an item at the bottom, I will have to scroll to make sure that I do the selection. But now there is an option to do this, which means if I wanted to select security risk management, I just put the word manage and I will reduce on the options to choose from, and this is it. If I wanted anything to do with admin, I'll just type admin and I'll have the three options: administration, administration security, and that. So let's keep around and have this done together. Okay, we start again how to create a searchable drop down from the initial stage. Now, how do we create a drop down first of all before we go ahead to see how we create a searchable drop down? Creating a drop down, you go to data, tab data, then you look for, I'm using Office 365, but all versions you must be getting it under data. Then you look for data validation, and this is it. Click on this, and in data validation I'll select list because I have a list I'm going to use, and my source of the list is from B3 up to B32, which I've already given a data range or a named range of data. So that's why you see it is naming this as data, because it is already given a range. So I do OK, and I will have already created now my drop down, which is this. But remember, we want to create now a searchable one. This we are looking at is not searchable, which means if I type the word admin, even before I search, it will be giving me an option that the value doesn't match the data validation restriction. So let's see how we can neglect all this and have it searchable. So the next step, what you do, go back to data, then data validation again, and this is it. So the first thing to deactivate is the error alert. So you go to error alert and unselect or uncheck the show error alerts. So I'll uncheck this and OK, which means now anything we enter when we are searching, we shall not get an error. Like if I search, I enter admin, I'll not get an error, but still it is not searchable. Okay, that is the first step we do. Now another thing we are going to do, there is something we call the filter function. So that's what we are going to deal with. The filter function, how does it work? So which means you can filter your range depending on how you want it to be. So which means if I filter my range, we use the equal to filter. So if I filter my range, my array, I've already told you it is data, and this is it. You see it is selecting it as data, and we do a comma. That the syntax of filters, which means what do you include. So I can say I want to search again data where it is equal to, maybe I can go with the shortest, that is core, and close quotes. Here the other option is if empty, what should they do? Then I can just leave it null. So when I do like this, you see here it searches core, which means if I change this core to something else like data or anything, it will still filter for me that. Now if I don't put anything, it will give me an error. Now what am I looking at? The option of include, we want to include something that is already searchable here. If you search for a word and it is counted and it is already in our range, how does it come up? So there is something else where we search. Remember, now we are going to do the search. Now the search function is equal to, which means if I search, what are we searching? Which text are we finding? We shall find the text that is already there, and within what? Within data. So that is our range. So if I do like this, you see that because of it is null, it is giving me 1 1. Now if I enter anything like admin, so you'll see that where there is admin, it is giving me 1. I think, let me first move this down. Okay, let me insert cell downwards. Okay, so this is what I'm meaning. You see there is admin here, that's why it is showing 1. Moving down, there is another admin, it is showing 1. When you move down, there is another admin here, it is showing 1, because I'm searching for admin. If I put management, you'll see that it will change. There is management here. It will also change here. There is management here, which means it tells you that we have found management at position number 10. Here it is found at position number 6. So now, how do we tweak the search and the filter function? Which means I'm going to restrict this one. Is it a number? So because we need now to pick only numbers such that it filters only numbers, which means in my search I will take this formula, that is the D2. I will copy this, now come and insert it here on the include, which means now we want to search for that, search for this, and we need this one to be a number, so we shall include a function called ISNUMBER. So that is it, ISNUMBER. So we shall include a function called ISNUMBER. We close the parenthesis. It means that we are going to only filter out the options that will give us numbers. Any option that will give us a number is the one which will be filtered out. Now if we don't get any option, that is if there is empty, then we shall say there is no, we can put here no match and close parenthesis, close quotes, then close parenthesis again. So when I enter this, we can look at this clearly. First ignore the other. You see that because I've entered here management, it has filtered out only this. So if I enter business like this, you'll see it will filter out business. If I enter admin, it will bring out anything that has been searched as admin, which means that is one, it is admin here. This is another one, it is admin here. If I enter like H, it will bring anything that has an H, that is this one. They find an H at number 4, here they find an H, here they find an H. So that is the technique we are going to use. Now what next do we do? Because now we want to have the search reflecting here. You see already this, that is F2, which means we are going to spill this array. Then another thing I need to show you, that I think we can have this one deleted. We no longer need this. Another thing, if you want to spill this, maybe I can select out this. If you want to spill this array, we always do equals to this. Then when you put hash at the end, it spills that array, and this is it. So a hash at the end is a spill. So that's what we are going to do, which means now we go back to data validation. Data validation in data, then data validation. then we come to our settings. You see now the source before it was this range data. Now this time we want to be our source to be this F2, but which is spilling downward since it is already an array. So I can go ahead and lock this by putting a $sign. So which means it's going to spill from F2 going downwards. Even if we have 10, even if we have 100, they are going to appear. So we do okay, which means this time you see what it is spilling here because I had put an H. If I put management and I try to search, you'll see that what is here is exactly what is here. If I put anything with S, you see it is going to spill everything that has an S. If I put anything with double S, I don't know whether we have, yes, we have business, we have process. So that is it, guys. That's how you do the searchable drop down. Please, if you find this video helpful to your daily works, please give us a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe before you leave and leave us a comment for the next video. Bye bye, meeting you in another video.